Did you know that neglecting to properly wash just 5 specific body parts daily increases your risk of serious infections by up to 300% after age 65? In the next few minutes, you'll discover the 5 critical body areas that doctors say seniors must wash every single day to prevent life-threatening infections and stay independent longer. Plus, I'll reveal the one body part that 80% of seniors wash incorrectly, and why this mistake sends thousands to the hospital every year. Geraldine, a 74-year-old from Texas, thought she had good hygiene habits until a serious skin infection landed her in the hospital for a week. The infectious disease specialist asked her detailed questions about her daily washing routine and discovered she was skipping critical areas that seniors need to clean every single day. He told her that simple daily hygiene in 5 specific body parts could have prevented her entire hospitalization. Body part 1. Your hands the right way. The single most important thing you can do to prevent infections at any age is washing your hands properly. But research shows that most seniors either skip steps or don't wash long enough. Your hands touch countless surfaces every single day: doorknobs, shopping carts, handrails, money, phones, and more. Each of these surfaces carries bacteria and viruses that transfer directly to your hands. When you touch your face, prepare food, or eat without properly washing your hands first, you're introducing those pathogens directly into your body. For seniors, whose immune systems naturally weaken with age, this creates a dangerous gateway for infections. The Centers for Disease Control has documented that proper hand washing is the single most effective way to prevent the spread of infectious diseases. Yet their observational studies show that only 31% of men and 65% of women wash their hands correctly. Research from Johns Hopkins Hospital shows that improper hand washing leaves dangerous bacteria and viruses on your hands that directly cause pneumonia, urinary tract infections, and foodborne illnesses, the 3 leading causes of infection-related hospitalization in people over 65. When you don't wash your hands thoroughly, bacteria like E. coli, staphylococcus, and viruses like norovirus and influenza remain active on your skin for hours. These pathogens don't just stay on your hands, they spread to everything you touch and eventually make their way into your body. Seniors with poor hand hygiene are 3 times more likely to develop serious infections requiring hospitalization compared to those who wash their hands properly and frequently. The financial cost is staggering too. Preventable infections from poor hand hygiene cost the healthcare system billions annually and cause unnecessary suffering for thousands of seniors. Clifford, a 79-year-old retired farmer from Idaho, started using a 20-second timer on his phone for every hand-washing session and made it a strict rule to wash at least 6 times per day. He didn't have a single respiratory infection all winter for the first time in years, and he attributes this directly to his improved hand hygiene routine. The proper technique matters just as much as the frequency. Most people wet their hands, add soap, rub for about 5 seconds and rinse. This doesn't come close to removing the dangerous microorganisms that cause infections. Here's exactly how to wash your hands correctly starting today. Use warm running water and apply enough soap to cover all surfaces of your hands. Rub your palms together, then interlace your fingers and scrub between them thoroughly. Scrub the backs of your hands, your wrists, under your fingernails, and around your thumbs. These areas are most commonly missed. Continue scrubbing for a full 20 seconds. If you need a timer, sing the happy birthday song twice from start to finish. That's exactly 20 seconds. Rinse completely under running water, then dry your hands with a clean towel or air dryer. Do this at minimum 6 times daily, before every meal, after using the bathroom, after touching shared surfaces, and after coughing or sneezing. Start timing your hand washing today, and those extra 10 seconds could save you from a hospital stay. Body part 2. Your face, especially around eyes. Your face harbors more bacteria than most people realize, and after age 65, your skin's natural defense mechanisms weaken significantly, making infections much more likely. Throughout the day and night, your face accumulates bacteria from your hands, pillowcases, phones, and the environment around you. Dead skin cells pile up on your facial skin, creating a perfect breeding ground for bacterial overgrowth. Oil glands on your face produce sebum that mixes with environmental pollutants, makeup residue, and bacteria to create a film that blocks pores and damages skin integrity. The area around your eyes is particularly vulnerable because the skin there is thinner and more delicate than anywhere else on your body. Your eyelashes and eyebrows trap dust, debris, and bacteria that sit right at the edge of your eyes, where they can easily cause infections. The American Academy of Dermatology and Ophthalmology research, specifically focused on seniors, has shown that daily facial hygiene dramatically reduces rates of eye infections and skin problems. Bacteria, dead skin cells, and environmental pollutants that accumulate on unwashed faces lead to conjunctivitis, blepharitis, styes, and serious skin infections like cellulitis. Seniors who don't wash their face daily have 4 times higher rates of eye infections compared to those who maintain proper facial hygiene. These eye infections aren't just uncomfortable. They can lead to vision problems, chronic inflammation, and in severe cases, permanent eye damage. Your eyelids have specialized glands that produce oils to keep your eyes lubricated. But when bacteria build up around these glands, they become inflamed and infected, causing painful swelling and discharge. Sylvia, a 68-year-old retired nurse from Vermont, suffered from recurring eyelid infections that had plagued her for 2 years. After her ophthalmologist specifically asked about her facial washing routine, she realized she was only washing her face occasionally. She started washing her entire face with gentle cleanser twice daily, paying special attention to her eyelids and eyebrows, and her chronic infections completely stopped within 3 weeks. The change was so dramatic that her doctor used her case as an example for other patients struggling with similar problems. Wash your entire face with lukewarm water and a gentle, fragrance-free cleanser every morning when you wake up and every evening before bed. Use your fingertips to massage the cleanser in circular motions across your forehead, cheeks, nose, chin, and especially around your eyes and eyebrows. Close your eyes and gently wash your eyelids from the inner corner to the outer corner, being careful not to get soap directly in your eyes. Rinse thoroughly with lukewarm water until all cleanser is removed. Leftover soap residue can cause irritation. Pat your face dry with a clean towel. Never rub aggressively. If you wear makeup, remove it completely before washing your face. Add face washing to your morning routine tomorrow, and your eyes and skin will thank you for it. Body part 3, your feet, often forgotten. Most seniors shower regularly but never properly wash their feet, and this dangerous oversight leads to infections that can quickly become serious medical emergencies. Many people assume that soap and water running down their body during a shower is enough to clean their feet, but this assumption is completely wrong. Your feet carry your entire body weight all day long. They sweat inside shoes and socks, and they're exposed to floors, bathroom surfaces, and other environments filled with bacteria and fungi. The skin on your feet, especially between your toes, stays warm and moist for hours, creating an ideal breeding ground for fungal infections like athlete's foot and bacterial infections that can spread rapidly. For seniors with reduced flexibility, bending down to wash feet thoroughly becomes difficult, so this area gets neglected even more frequently. The American Podiatric Medical Association and CDC data on foot infections in older adults shows alarming statistics that every senior should know. Fungal infections between toes, bacterial growth around toenails, and unnoticed small wounds on feet can quickly escalate into cellulitis, abscesses, and even life-threatening sepsis. Foot infections are the leading cause of amputation in seniors with diabetes because high blood sugar levels impair healing and allow infections to spread unchecked. Even healthy seniors without diabetes face serious risks from neglected foot hygiene. Cellulitis from foot infections sends thousands of seniors to emergency rooms every year, and sepsis from untreated foot wounds has a mortality rate exceeding 30% in people over 65. Byron, an 81-year-old from Louisiana, developed what started as a small irritation between his toes that he didn't even notice. Because he hadn't been washing between his toes during his daily showers, bacteria entered through tiny cracks in the skin and spread rapidly. Within 4 days, his entire foot was swollen, red, and painful, and doctors told him he was dangerously close to losing his foot to infection. After emergency treatment with intravenous antibiotics, his infectious disease doctor made him promise to wash his feet thoroughly every single day without exception. Every single day without fail, wash your feet with soap and warm water, making sure to scrub between every single toe, around all your toenails, the bottom of your feet, and your heels. If you have trouble reaching your feet, sit on a shower chair or on the edge of the bathtub and bring your feet up to a comfortable height. Use a washcloth or soft brush to scrub thoroughly, paying extra attention to the spaces between your toes where moisture and bacteria accumulate. Rinse your feet completely with clean water, making absolutely certain that no soap residue remains between your toes. Dry your feet thoroughly with a clean towel, and this is critical. Dry between every toe completely, because moisture trapped between toes is where fungal infections begin. If you notice any cuts, sores, redness, or unusual odors on your feet, contact your doctor immediately. Tonight in the shower, take 2 full minutes to properly wash your feet and make this a non-negotiable part of your daily routine. Body part 4. Your underarms. This area creates the perfect environment for bacterial overgrowth that can lead to painful skin infections seniors often ignore until they become serious. Your underarms contain a high concentration of apocrine sweat glands that produce a protein-rich sweat, which is different from the regular sweat glands elsewhere on your body. When this protein-rich sweat mixes with bacteria naturally living on your skin, it creates not just odor, but an environment where bacteria multiply exponentially within hours. The underarm area stays warm, moist, and has limited air circulation throughout the day, especially for seniors who may have limited mobility and spend more time sitting or lying down. Hair in the underarm area traps additional bacteria and moisture, creating an even more problematic situation. Mayo Clinic research on bacterial skin infections and hygiene in older adults has documented specific types of infections that develop from poor underarm hygiene. The warm, moist environment allows bacteria like Staphylococcus and Streptococcus to flourish, causing folliculitis, boils, abscesses, and in severe cases, a condition called hidradenitis suppurativa, a painful chronic skin condition involving deep skin infections. Seniors with limited mobility who struggle to reach and wash their underarms properly develop these painful skin infections at significantly higher rates. These infections require antibiotics and sometimes minor surgical procedures to drain abscesses. What starts as slightly irritated skin can progress within days to a painful, swollen infection that limits arm movement and requires medical intervention. Lucille, a 73-year-old from Ohio, developed a painful lump under her arm that she initially ignored, thinking it was just irritation from her clothing. Within a week, the lump had grown to the size of a golf ball and was so painful she couldn't lower her arm. Her doctor had to drain a large abscess that had formed because she had been taking quick showers and skipping thorough underarm washing due to shoulder pain that made reaching difficult. After the procedure, her doctor arranged for a long-handled washing tool and made her commit to washing her underarms thoroughly every day. Wash both underarms thoroughly with soap and warm water every single day without exception. even on days when you don't feel like you've been active or sweating. Lift your arm completely to expose the entire underarm area. Apply soap directly to the skin and use your hand or a washcloth to scrub in circular motions for at least 15 seconds per underarm. Make sure to wash the entire area, from where your arm connects to your body all the way to the side of your chest. Rinse completely with warm water until no soap residue remains, because leftover soap can cause irritation. Dry the area thoroughly with a clean towel before applying any deodorant or powder, applying products to damp skin traps, moisture and bacteria. If you have difficulty reaching, use a long-handled bath sponge or ask a family member or caregiver for assistance. Make underarm washing a non-negotiable part of your daily routine starting tomorrow morning. Body part 5, your groin and perianal area. The area most people feel uncomfortable discussing is also the area that causes the most preventable infections in seniors, and avoiding this conversation costs lives. Your groin and perianal area harbor more bacteria than any other part of your body due to its proximity to waste elimination, moisture from sweat, and limited air circulation. The bacteria naturally present in this area include E. coli, Enterococcus, and various other organisms that can cause serious infections when proper hygiene isn't maintained. For seniors, especially those with mobility limitations, thoroughly cleaning this area becomes more difficult, but it becomes more important than ever. Age-related changes in skin integrity, potential incontinence issues, and reduced immune function make infections in this area both more likely and more dangerous. Harvard Medical School guidelines on hygiene and infection prevention, combined with American Urological Association data, paint a clear picture of the risks. Poor hygiene in the groin and perianal area leads to urinary tract infections that account for 40% of sepsis cases in seniors, and sepsis has a mortality rate exceeding 25% in people over 65. Beyond UTIs, inadequate hygiene causes yeast infections, bacterial skin infections, pressure sores, and painful conditions like pruritus ani. Women are particularly vulnerable to ascending UTIs, where bacteria travel from the perianal area to the urethra and bladder, then potentially to the kidneys. Men face risks of balanitis and other infections. These infections severely impact quality of life, cause hospitalization, and can lead to life-threatening complications. Truman, a 77-year-old retired postal worker from Kansas, was hospitalized with a severe urinary tract infection that had spread to his kidneys and bloodstream, causing early-stage sepsis. His urologist traced the infection directly to inadequate daily hygiene in the perianal and groin area. After his recovery, the doctor spent considerable time educating him about proper daily washing techniques, explaining that this simple hygiene practice could have prevented the entire ordeal that nearly cost him his life. Wash your entire groin and perianal area with mild, unscented soap and warm water every single day, preferably during your shower or bath. For the groin area, wash all skin folds, beneath any overhanging skin, and the entire area where your legs connect to your torso. For the perianal area, always wipe and wash from front to back, never back to front, to prevent bacteria from the rectal area from spreading toward the urethra and genitals. Use your hand with soap or a soft washcloth to clean thoroughly but gently, as this skin is delicate. Rinse extremely thoroughly with clean, warm water until absolutely no soap residue remains, because soap residue in this area causes irritation and burning. Pat the entire area completely dry with a clean towel. Moisture in skin folds leads to yeast infections and bacterial overgrowth. If you have difficulty reaching or cleaning this area thoroughly, ask a family member, home health aide, or caregiver for assistance. There is no shame in getting help with hygiene. Don't let embarrassment prevent you from protecting yourself from potentially deadly infections. These 5 body parts require your focused attention every single day to prevent the infections that rob seniors of independence and quality of life. Proper daily hygiene in these critical areas takes less than 10 minutes total, but provides protection that could keep you out of the hospital and living independently for years longer. Thousands of seniors have avoided serious infections, hospitalizations, and complications simply by making these 5 areas a non-negotiable part of their daily hygiene routine. If this information could help someone you care about avoid a preventable infection or hospitalization, share this video with them immediately. Leave a comment telling me if you were already washing all 5 of these areas daily, or which one you're going to start paying more attention to. If this practical health advice was valuable, hit that like button and subscribe so you get more essential senior health information that can truly make a difference in your daily life. Your health and independence are worth these few extra minutes every single day.